of how do you want to persuade people or influence people to buy from you, so that you are the only logical choice in the industry. Hey YouTube, Julian here. Thank you for joining me. And today you're in my car like the old times, and I didn't want to initially upload this episode because I just wanted better production quality. But then I thought to myself, like, I always preach about progression over perfection. I do not need to wait until I have the perfect camera, until I have the perfect studio equipment with lightings and so on before I release it. As long as I'm able to get my point across, the camera is decent and the production quality is fine, then it would be good enough, right? Progression over perfection. Well, that leads me to my actual point for today, which is how do I actually get people to buy from me? Well, if you have that question in your head, let me ask you first. Why is it important for you to be the logical choice, the only logical choice in your business? Well, there are so many people out there, and how are you able to make yourself stand out? Are you able to make yourself different from the rest? Well, first of all, you need to understand how humans think, human nature. You need to understand the emotions. And in order for me to give you some perspective into it, I'm going to share with you a concept that I learned from Tony Robbins. He's one of the world's peak performance coach, and he shares about the 6 different human needs that each individual has. And if you are able to tap into that human needs, if you're able to understand and apply it into your business by saying the right things that evokes a response from your audience, from the people that you're targeting, then you are able to then close that sale. So what are the 6 human needs? Number 1, you always start off with certainty. And in human lives, we always are creatures of stability, of that we want a sense of certainty in the work that we do. For example, well, if you have a startup and you want people to join you in on your business, they need to see that you have a vision, that you have a system in place, that you know what you're talking about, because they want to make sure that when they join you, they're just not going to be, anywhere and then they're doing just everything, and then in the end, it's all going to go to waste. They want to make sure that they have a sense of certainty in their pay, especially as employees. So you need to give them that. And if you're a leader yourself and you want people to follow you, you need to set up systems in place. You need to be able to give people the blueprints, step-by-step guidance on how to do things, because after all, you know that the world is filled with information. People are getting bombarded with advertisements right and left, and if you do not give people a sense of clarity, a sense of a certainty in that sense, then you will not be able to capture their attention. Right? Number 2, people also are looking for sense of uncertainty. Well, it's pretty funny, right? God created us to have certainty, but also God created us to want a sense of uncertainty, or also known as variety. Think about it. If every day in our lives, everything that we're doing is exactly the same, we will just be like robots, right? And you don't want that. You want a sense of uncertainty whereby you're not sure what's going to happen next. Some people crave for that. They can't just sit in a 9-to-5 office space because they want to be able to go out and interact with people. They want to be able to close sales. They want to be able, just like you. If you're an entrepreneur and you're watching this, you want to be able to do exciting things. How do you then influence people to buy from you? Is that when they buy from you, they need to know that it's going to be different. There's always going to be a sense of progress. It's always going to be new things that you're talking about, and it's just not the same old topic, right? Sense of uncertainty or a variety, make it different. And if you're talking about that's in the sense of persuasion, right? Getting people to buy from you. If you're talking in the sense of getting people on board to join you on your mission, to join your startup, so we'll then have to bring people on a journey that it will be an exciting place for them to work. that every day is going to be different. Just like when you're working, like for us working in Thriving Talents, it's always different. Like we're coming up with the online summit, and it's something that has never been done before. Virtual summits in Malaysia is unheard of. So definitely being the pioneer, forefronting new technology is something very exciting for those that are working with us. So that's the second point. Now the third point which brings me to significance. A third human need is significance, the desire to want to be important. Why do you think brands are very famous? So for example, why do you think people queue up to buy the latest iPhone, the latest Prada or LV handbags? Why is it important for them? It's because they want to feel a sense of significance, of importance when they wear it. When people look at them, wow, you have the latest gadget, you have the latest iPhone, you have the latest whatever. That's why people are also able to command, you're able to command a high price when you have that sense of significance, the sense of being customized, the sense of being premium to other customers. And of course, you attract people that are able to afford you or your services. That's number 3, significance. Number 4, love and connection. People always want to feel like they belong in a group. Just for example, if you've heard of this software called ClickFunnels, they call their people, their tribe, as funnel hackers. In Thriving Talents, we call our people thrivers. Why? Because this gives you a sense of belonging, sense of camaraderie, alright, sense of family. And when people buy into that, especially when they share the same values that you have, people look at you and they say, hey, this is the leader that I want to follow. And you buy into that. That's why you create that group, alright? So love and connection. People always want to feel belong, alright? So the 4 that I mentioned was more of a physical one. Now let's move on to the higher sense of human needs, alright? The 5th one is called a sense of growth, progression. As human beings, we want to know that we're always constantly having to improve ourselves, having growth. There's always something that we are looking forward to. So if you are able to bring your tribe or your followers to a sense of growth, whereby when they see you, they know that you're heading somewhere, they know that you're going somewhere towards a goal, and when they achieve it with you, then they'll feel like, wow, they're really loved. Okay, they feel different. So having a sense of growth is something that you want to put into your products as well, knowing that when people join you, they know they have a certain goal to attain. You're giving them challenges, and they can see that every time when they fulfill those challenges, they are actually progressing and getting better, being a better version of themselves. 6 is giving back or contribution. And as humans, for us to be truly fulfilled, we need to give back to society. Whether is it in terms of wealth, whether is it in terms of your time, it's still giving back. Because what use is it for us to gain the world, gain so much wealth, but you don't give back? Then you will feel that there is something that you are lacking in. If the world's richest always do that philanthropy work, right? Whether is it with their time, whether is it with the money, they always try to give back, because that is what makes them feel like, okay, at least I'm contributing something to society. And if you're not able to give back to society, how about to your parents, to your siblings, right? So if your product is able to give people a sense of contribution, whether when they contribute to this, say 5% will go to charity, or you always say you have a charity event that you're running, a fundraiser to help people, it will give people a sense of, hey, these guys are different, I want to follow them, I want to be able to work with people like them because they are genuine, they want to help other people, right? So these are the 6 human needs that every individual will want. So if you're able to tap into these 6 human needs, then you are able to be able to persuade other people to buy from you, able to persuade people to join you on your cause. So I hope you learned something from this session, and if this is something that you're benefiting from it, then I hope that you will share it with as many people as you can so that they will also learn from this session. With that, this is Julian signing off. This side hustle really saved my life. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about freelancing. Freelancing can be something that can be done very easily from the comfort of your home. There are a few websites that you can look at. First of all, Fiverr.com.